A Saturday night showdown takes center stage in Tuscaloosa as number 13 Alabama welcomes East Carolina under mostly cloudy skies, a chance of rain, and a warm late summer evening kickoff. The Pirates arrive after an impressive 9-4 season that ended with their second consecutive Military Bowl championship, this time a victory over Pittsburgh. Senior center Brandon Best will be counted on to help East Carolina handle the challenge up front against one of college football's most talented programs. Alabama enters after an 11-4 campaign that included an impressive road victory over Oklahoma before the Crimson Tide season ended with a Rose Bowl loss to eventual national champion Indiana in the college football playoff. Alabama boasts two preseason first-team All-American standouts in senior strong safety Bray Hubbard and junior wide receiver Ryan Coleman-Williams, giving the Crimson Tide elite talent on both sides of the ball. East Carolina has plenty of confidence after last year's success, but this is a different challenge in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Under the lights in Tuscaloosa, the Pirates will look to make the Crimson Tide sweat. It's the East Carolina Pirates taking on the 13th-ranked Alabama Crimson Tide coming up next.
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the ECU Pirates and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home-field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So Alabama's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Pirates offense will have the ball first. And now the transfer, junior wide receiver. This guy has every tool you could want. He is one of the better pass catchers in the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy.
Caught, and he's got room. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And how about that start for the offense in this game? You could not ask for a better play. They come out firing, going down the field. They get a huge completion. What a way to begin this football contest.
Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. The Pirates racing to the line in the hurry-up. First carry of the season. Down he goes.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They'll ride him again. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Pirates are rolling down the field.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front seven and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
When the defense gets a sack, you know what they want? Another sack. 3rd down coming. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
This defense talked about it coming into this football game. We've got to affect the quarterback. We've got to rattle him. We've got to hit him early. How about this? First drive, 2 sacks already. So far, mission accomplished.
The Pirates will punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So Alabama's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And here comes Keelan Russell, a freshman prospect from Texas. And he is wasting no time making his collegiate debut, a 5-star in high school, and now we'll see what he has at this level.
And, man, we've heard a lot about this young man. We heard about the stars, 5 stars. Everybody wanted him across college football. Now it's go time, right? The practice reps, the recruiting, none of it matters. Palmer, I want to see him now take some snaps, make some throws. The fan base has been frothing at the mouth for this moment.
But you got to be holding your breath a little bit, too, because college football is a lot different than high school. Yes, this guy was so dynamic the last time we saw him play in high school, but I remember my first start as a true freshman, man. The lights were brighter, the speed was fast, there was so much more pressure, and everything changes. How can he handle it, especially early in this game, I think, goes a long way in finding out how he plays today.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. They'll run it on the counter. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Push is ahead. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Breaks into the open. The 40. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Keelan Russell unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Alabama! What a grab in the end zone for 6. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Pirates will get things started here on offense. Down by a touchdown, and we'll see if they can get on the board with this drive. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Quick give, it's Gray. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Pirates want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Escapes the pressure going right. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game 1. It's tough to take an injury this early. They punt it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to field this one. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. The Tide ready to roll on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Russell. It's complete to the left. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Trying to get the corner. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Here comes the East Carolina offense out to start the drive. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Hamlet. Run ends there. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. On the ground, it's Gray. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Pirates will call on their punt team. Trying to make one miss. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Russell on play action. It's dropped after taking the hit. They'll need a bunch on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught on the RPO. Turning it on. The 30. He's at the touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is high-octane, boy. You just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The returner will field it and bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Hamlet. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Pirates come to the line in the hurry-up. At the end of quarter 1, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Straight ahead, it's Gray. Nice move there. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Working that left side now. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Selling the fake. It's complete on the right side. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Tough run here, it's Gray. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Trying to squeak through the pile. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down. Snaps on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. 2nd and long here. On the option. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. Making the adjustment. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. Nice move there. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. Alabama pushing the tempo. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Ball is loose. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Running inside. It's Riley. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Caught in the backfield. It's Rodgers. Made a defender miss. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They dragged him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And after the turnover, there's a man still down, and we have an injury on the field. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they...
Makes a grab and room to run. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Quick completion to the right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. Gets it out past the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 1st down as this offense tries to put together a long drive. On the run, it's Gray. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The Pirates will hustle to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Slips through the line. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, obviously, at this point in the 1st half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. They'll send the back in motion. Using his feet. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The kick is on its way. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quick catch. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Turns it loose deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you You think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Keelan Russell. Rush right in his face. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go to the counter. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, and they blocked it. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. They're going to somehow turn this into a 2-point conversion. Better to be lucky than good sometimes as they extend the lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Wants to throw one first. Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And the Pirates headed quickly to the line. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's the Bears, sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. And now over to your game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
The Pirates will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Trying to set the tone with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Long way to go on second down. Right back to the well. Can't get him to the ground. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They go play action with Russell. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lindsey. Taken down. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Russell. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, sweet feet. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Makes the grab. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They're testing the right side here. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that is just what you want. You get a 1st and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And we've already seen him catch a touchdown, and now they're using his speed in another way. Like, when you have a monster, you give him the football. You feed him. So they give him the football, hand it to him, let him use his speed, get to the outside, make a play, and score a touchdown for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They'll move the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Gray. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Give to the running back. Nowhere to go. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. They're all over him. Right side, it's Hamlet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Keeping his eyes downfield. After the whistle, there is a man who has yet to leave the field, and they'll check on him. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. And the Pirates have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Off play action. Oh, pressure's coming. And they got him.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. Like, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Needs it here on 4th down. Going to try to get it himself. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Left side is Gray. Could not make his way to the corner. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down to the air. Look out! Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires one high and deep. Makes a deep grab. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Out wide left, it's Hamlet. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the field goal unit is on the field. Right down the boulevard. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. From the gun, it's Riley. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. Got the 1st down. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Hands it off. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Throwing Russell. Under pressure. Left side is Rodgers. Great move. Now he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. looking for running room. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Plowing ahead on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run on the doorstep. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone.
East Carolina, 3.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Pirates will get things started here on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Got to make the play on fourth. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Hits inside, it's Riley. Makes the tackle right at the 20.
All right, meant to get the backups in before the last play, but we'll get them in this time. 36-3, only 7.5 minutes to go. I think the Tide has this one in hand.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Hand it to the back. Just ran him over. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Might as well run him again. Stopped right there. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Keeps it himself. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Throwing Mack. Right into the fray, and his first pass is incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bama!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the East Carolina offense out to start the drive. Using his legs, it's Allen. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Turns up, it's Allen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. We make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the 4th quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
The Pirates will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Looking for a crease. Breaks into the open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
They make the stop and a nifty move to pick up 9 on that one. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Going with the counter play here. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They'll try to get it in with the run. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. If these guys wanted to make a statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Between the hashes, it's Hamlet.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Keeps it, looking for room. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking for room, it's Allen. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better, they go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.
So number 13 rolls to a huge 50-3 victory over East Carolina in Tuscaloosa, scoring 28 points in the second half to kind of open it up. Taking a look at the team stats, Alabama had the significant edge in first downs, 29-11. Total offense, 490 to 208. Rushing yards, 227 to only 28 for East Carolina. Passing yards, 263 to 180. Third down conversion percentage, 66% to 28%. Turnovers, Alabama had 1 fumble lost. East Carolina threw 2 interceptions, so Alabama won the turnover battle, and time of possession was won by Alabama by about 6.5 minutes. Looking at the player stats, Keelan Russell for Alabama finishes 19 of 21. Incredible efficiency there. 263 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Pretty good day. Can't ask for a much better day from a quarterback there. East Carolina's Mitch Griffiths finishes 22 of 33 for 180 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Leading rusher for East Carolina was Ashton Gray, 10 carries for 39 yards for him. For Alabama, they were led by Tyshawn Toney, 11 carries, 69 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. I think he's the backup. But he had a hell of a day getting those mop-up duties in the fourth quarter. I think he scored 2 of the 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, maybe all 3. Leading receiver for Alabama was Noah Rogers, 7 catches for 89 yards and a touchdown. Ryan Coleman Williams also caught a touchdown, as did R.J. Rogers. Leading receiver for East Carolina was actually Brock Spalding, 6 catches for 57 yards for him. Leading blocker for East Carolina was Christian Harris with 3 pancakes. For Alabama, it was Josh Ford with 9 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Tide, Caleb Woodson led the team in total tackles with 9. Yanze Pierre led the team in tackles for loss with 5. He also tied for the team lead in sacks with 2 with Caleb Woodson. And Red Morgan and Ivan Taylor had the 2 interceptions for the Tide. For East Carolina, no interceptions. DJ Johnson Jr. led the team in sacks with 2. He also led the team in tackles for loss with 6. And Zaire Gamble led the team in total tackles with 11. Kicking stats for East Carolina, Andrew Conrad made the only field goal he attempted from 29 yards out. He did not attempt an extra point. For Alabama, Mitch King did not attempt a field goal, and he was 6 of 7 on extra points. So he didn't miss 1 extra point. I think that's the first time we've seen that. I think it got blocked, it said. And that might have happened in the past. I just don't remember it. Punting for Alabama, Noah Vallo had 2 punts for an average of 47.5 yards per punt. And for East Carolina, Tomas O'Halloran had 5 punts for an average of 48.2 yards per punt. Kick returns for East Carolina, Jaquazi Petaway, something like that, had 4 returns for an average of 15.5 yards per return. And Landon Sides had 1 return for 16 yards. For Alabama, Julian Jenkins had 2 returns for an average of 19.5 yards per return. Punt returns for Alabama, Ryan Coleman Williams had 3 returns for an average of 7.3 yards per return, and Julian Jenkins had 1 return for 11 yards. For East Carolina, no punt returns at all. Scoring summary in the first quarter, Alabama got on the board first with a 30-yard touchdown pass from Keelan Russell to R.J. Rogers, and then a 53-yard touchdown pass from Russell to Ryan Coleman Williams. It was 14-0 Alabama after 1. The second quarter, Russell adds a 2-yard touchdown pass to Noah Rogers, and they get the 2-point conversion. I think the extra point got blocked, and they ran it in for 2. I wasn't paying attention at that time, but it was 22-0 at that point. That's the halftime break. In the third quarter, Ryan Coleman Williams runs a touchdown in from 8 yards out, and then East Carolina finally gets on the board with a 29-yard field goal from Andrew Conrad, and it was 29-3 going into the fourth quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, Tyshawn Toney did get all 3 of his rushing touchdowns in the fourth quarter, a 1-yard run, an 8-yard run, and a 6-yard run. That gives you your final score of number 13 Alabama 50, East Carolina 3. So a pretty dominant effort by the Crimson Tide in the 2026 opener. We'll take a look at what the headline says. No contest. Nothing goes right for Pirates in blowout. Crimson Tide moved to 1-0. And the highlighted players are DJ Johnson Jr. for East Carolina and Tyshawn Toney for Alabama. Alabama led in everything, and that got them the easy win there. So the Tide are 1-0. Next game coming your way in week 1 will be FCS West at number 12 BYU. So our first look at the Cougars in Provo. But from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the 13th ranked Alabama Crimson Tide cruised to a 50-3 victory over the East Carolina Pirates. And we will see you next time.